This is On the Corner Interviews 2020. My name's Eddie. We got real people, real places, and today we have a special guest, an airbrush artist, a friend, a regular person from the valley.
Hey, how's it going, guys? My name is Angel, aka Airbrush Angel, or also known as Funk 92.
Alright, man, we're here to do a little interview just to get to know who you are. You know, you've been on the channel before.
Yeah.
Right, so you did a no muzzle with me. We got a chance to chop it up. But right here, we're gonna get a little more, let's say, in depth to who Angel Martinez is. So, tell me where you're from.
I'm from the Valley, more Pacific, North Hollywood, California, Born and raised in the projects right here.
Oh yeah, so tell me what it was like growing up for you.
Growing up was pretty chill, bro. Grew up in the little, with a bunch of siblings. My mom, single mom, working, getting jobs, trying to, get us through it, So I can't really complain,
Yeah. So growing up, did you see yourself doing the airbrushing, or when you were growing up, were you really thinking about your future? Tell me about that.
Not really. I didn't even think about airbrushing, nothing, till like I got to Jack London, to the continuation school. I was like, I just thought I was gonna either, get a regular job, a 9 to 5, or even at one point I was trying to get into the whole, be a psychologist and all that. But yeah, man, it's funny how things change,
So why psychology? Why were you thinking about that?
Oh, I had a teacher in my elementary, and she was changing it up. She was trying to go from being a teacher to being a psychologist, and I was very, it was different, And at one point I was like, oh, this would be cool, But this is me, like, where I was still had an innocent mind, because I was in elementary, I was 5th grade. I wasn't really there yet where it kicked in, in middle school. I got to see more crazy stuff, So yeah, at that point I was like, yeah, that's something would do,
So getting out of an innocent mind, growing up a little bit, what is the stuff that you started seeing that you started noticing and started changing your perspective about life? And
I mean, middle school, what is it like? I was 6th grade, started smoking, bro. Started seeing weed a lot. Started seeing more drinking. I grew up around alcohol, but I wouldn't touch it till like, a little bit like middle school. I was, with friends. We were experiment that. Kick it here, and then like it started going that route.
Okay, so now, so getting into high school, what was Angel Martinez doing? What was he doing? What was he like? What was that like?
High school was dope for me, bro.
Yeah.
Freshman year, getting there, I missed my first day of freshman year, so I kind of overslept, but I remember that second day going there, it was different. It was bigger school. I had a bunch of homies, a bunch of friends, and I just loved it, bro. I was just a simple dude. I was in between tagging, doing graffiti, vandalizing, and just kicking it with my homies and drinking,
Okay.
And we started a crew with them, but what's just trip is just like, we kind of went our own ways, like towards the middle of high school,
Yeah. So what's something you could say about graffiti? Was it a positive for you, a negative? Something you could just say about graffiti and being in that?
It has its both, it has its positive and has its negative, Positive, it just helped my style, it gave me something to do, Negative, the vandalizing, the trouble, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like the criminal part of it.
Mm-hmm. So now getting into adulthood, growing up, getting past the getting into trouble and getting out of high school. What was that like, getting out of high school?
Well, here's the thing, dude. Like I didn't graduate from a regular high school. I graduated from a continuation school, you know, which that just switched up everything, bro. Like, you know, like, yeah, it sucked. Didn't graduate my regular high school, but going to a continuation school, them giving me a shot, they're like, hey, bro, they had like so many opportunities. You know, I was already doing graffiti. I was already doing tags. You know, I was already, you know, I was like a little bookworm. You know, I always had black books, painting here and there. And then like, you know, at Jack London, they had art. You know, they had an art class. They had a silk screen class, and they had the airbrush class. You know, and I was taking them all. You know, and then like, you know, one day, you know, I met, you know, Mr. Airbrush. He was doing that. Shane, he was doing the airbrush, and he was like, you know, let's do a gig, bro. You know, you're gonna like it. I was like, what? You know?
So tell me about getting into airbrushing, meeting Shane. What was that like when you first started doing it?
Well, you know, meeting Shane first was, you know, he was our teacher. You know, he was our airbrush teacher. You know, the homie John Paul, the homie Chewy, a couple other, you know, my homie Natalie, a couple other people, you know, were in the class. You know, we'll do like lessons, you know. He'll bring like a sheet, and, you know, sometimes it'll be like peace, love, and, you know, we'll just draw that, talking. He'll show us the airbrush, special effects, and everything's like, I was like, dude, this is dope, you know. And it was natural. It was a little natural for a couple of us, because we're more like, you know, we're like artists.
Artistic,
you know?
yeah.
Artistics, and like, I liked it, you know. And then like, it was cool vibing with Shane, you know. And he gave me that opportunity, and dude, like after that opportunity, it was full throttle, you know.
So when you started doing it more, what made you take it serious? Because it could have been just something that was fun for the moment, but it seems like you took it more serious. Why?
Oh, here's the thing. I took it like when I get work, I took it serious. You know, like, you know, I didn't take it to that point to artist mode yet. You know, I was assistant, so I was, you know, going to events with Shane. I would be an assistant. I would go to bar mitzvah. I would go to birthday. I would go to graduations, or like, you know, like college parties, like events. And I was just assistant. I was just taking the order. I would write it down, you know, and they'll paint it. And I just in my mind, I'm like, bro, this is dope, you know. What someone could do with you know, with an airbrush, it's just amazing, bro. Like, you know. So little by little, you know, I was doing assistant for a couple of years, until like, you know, he's like, hey, you know, you've been working for a while. You want to get put on to do tattoos? He's like, you down? I'm like, yeah, let's do it, you know. I started with his cousin doing airbrush tattoos, but I picked it up quicker, you know. Once I did a few gigs, because he let me borrow a setup. Once I did a few gigs, I bought my own setup. And from there, I started doing more tattoo events, and it was just going and going. And then I remember it, I was doing this event for Brooks, for Shane, Brooks Running. It was like a marathon of just runners. I was already putting in an 8-hour shift of painting tattoos, bro. Double days, you know, I did, it was one on, I believe, a Friday and then a Saturday. Or vice versa, yeah, or Sunday. But I got off, you know, and he tells me, you know, this company needs another airbrush artist to paint shoes. And I'm like, he's like, are you down? I'm like, let's go, man. They ain't going back, you know. I'm gonna go full throttle. You know, we go. I do the first day with another artist named Dupree. They liked us so much. They're like, hey, we want to take you guys on a tour. You guys down? I'm like, Shane gave the green light, let's go on tour, let's do it, you know. So I started painting more. And like right after the tour, you know, we did a few cities, you know, we went to Chicago, Miami, Washington, all that. That's what I took it more serious. I was like, yeah, this is what I want, you know, this is what I'm going forward, and I'm continuing, man. Still sharpening the skills, you know, mastering my airbrush techniques, you know.
Okay, so now, so looking back, when you didn't finish high school at your regular high school, and then you ended up at Jack London doing a continuation, looking back, that was probably the best thing for you, without even knowing it.
I mean, true that. And like at one point, I didn't know I was gonna take it there, you know. Like Jack London it was such dope for me, you know. And so many opportunities. All the teachers were there. They helped me out. they didn't see me as a fuck up, you know. They like, you know how regular high school, some teachers will just give up on you, like fuck this fool, you know, like not like that, but you know I'll take that back, you know. They'll just be like, let me send you out, you know, get out of my class. You know, in high school I had a teacher. He's like, hey, tell me how's the weather. You know, go tell me how the weather is, you know. And I'm like, what? I was like, all right, tell me tomorrow. I was like, oh, you know, you just wanted to kick me out of class, you know.
Wow.
But you know, Jack London had Mr. DeFrance, you know, Maffei, Mr. Day, you know, everybody. They really like helped you, you know. They brought in my mind, and I graduated from there, you know. So I still graduated, still got my high school diploma, you know.
Yeah.
When people didn't think I was gonna get it.
That's right, man. So how important do you think is your mentors in your life pushing you and actually caring? How important do you think the mentors are in your life?
I mean, the mentors are the dopest. I think people should have mentors, because you know, once you see where people are coming and they're helping you take it there, you know. Because Jack London had a bunch of mentors from the Mosaic program, you know, Alex, you know. I remember a couple mentors, and they helped me out there, you know. And then some of them were like, oh, we were fuck up at one point, we were mess ups, but look at us now, we're at university, we're doing it. So I think having mentors there to help you with your work, or just help you keep your going straight forward, you know, and not, you know, taking the wrong turn, is good.
Okay, so now, how many years do you have in the airbrush game with Mr. Hoodbrush?
Well, I've been working with Mr. Hoodbrush for 7 years right now.
7 years.
But I have not been painting 7 years with the airbrush yet. You know, I got a good solid, doing tattoos, I got a good solid 3 years. Painting clothing, I would say like almost a year and a half, going to 2 years. Like,
okay, so where do you see it going? The painting, the airbrushing, the taking it, you know, to the next step.
Next step, probably I want to take it where I could be able to do like, I wouldn't say like a portrait, or because portrait's a little bit more hard. I'm not there yet, but like, you know, take it where I could just do a design, and it looks flawless, you know. The hand style, also like just a fine detail work, you know. Or doing like a character on there, you know, like, that'd be dope, man.
Okay, so now I know you got Etsy going. Tell me a little bit about that. Like, what are you trying to do with that, and what's the point? What's the whole
you know,
goal?
I opened up Etsy just for another income, you know. We all need that little income where you can sleep and you can make money, you know, getting sales. So far, I just opened it. I barely got my first sale from New York.
Wow.
So I'm pretty hyped on that. It's just gonna keep it going after that, you know.
Okay,
but,
okay.
you know, I sell around though, you know. Sell to friends through Instagram. You know, a couple of people that I know I grew up with. I either, you know, sell them shirts, sweaters, or, you know, stuff they want airbrush.
So what is Angel planning for the future? Airbrushing, Etsy, getting better and better with your skill.
Future skill.
Yeah, what's the point?
Just get my airbrush on point where it's flawless, you know, build my shop a little bit more. Right now, I want to have a website. I'm working on my website right now. And, you know, either pull out some designs, some shirts that are my design, or some stencils too, you know. Everything is up right now for grabs, you know. It's all gas, you know. We got to keep going.
For sure, for sure. So my camera's kind of dying. So I'm going to take a pause. And then we're going to get into part 2 right now, okay?
Let's get it.
Sure.